In 2025, I've read 118 books. That included a mix of different mediums. So across the month, I did mention in the previous video how number of books I did across each month. Now I'm going to talk about across each medium. I read 11 paperbacks, one hardcover, 26 books on Audible, 45 books on Apple Books Audio, 2 books, Apple Books, and 33 books on my Kindle. So in the grouping them into physical book and audio books, physical books came up to 12, so that's almost like one a month. Ebooks came up to 35, and audiobooks at 71. Now, one of the reasons I had a hefty weight of ebooks was because I was moving countries. I had started the first half of the year, I was living in the UK. I then moved apartments and then I moved countries. I tried to reduce the number of physical books that I had on hand, and it didn't work. I still bought a few books while I was in the UK, but that's one of the reasons I was heavy on the audiobook. On the audiobooks was fantastic when I am reading. So physical books 12, audiobooks 35, audiobooks came up to 71, and that's because I was reading, listening to audiobooks while I was going on walks, taking a bus, because I suffer from motion sickness. If I was reading on public transportation, it would be on the train. Otherwise, I wasn't going to be reading any physical books or reading with my eyes. With the audiobooks, the reason Audible was outnumbered by Apple Books Audio because I canceled my membership at the beginning of the year. So I only listened to books from Audible from January up until April. And then Apple Books, it was like 1 or 2 at the beginning of the year, but towards the second half of the year, that's where it had a heavy waiting. Since moving my Apple ID to South Africa, Apple Books audiobooks is no longer available to me. And so, no, basically November was the last time I was able to listen to an audiobook. Basically, everything comes down to this. Same thing with my Kindle. The last Kindle book I finished was in June. I then cancelled my Kindle membership. I still read a bit, but I didn't complete any of the books that I had. So it's only from Jan till June that I had books from Kindle, and the rest were physical copies, mostly signed copies that I had in South Africa already.